Dang. This is nuts. What's up, guys? Alright, so it is travel day. We are heading out to Gainesville, Georgia today. It's actually a Wednesday, so I'm actually working right now. Unfortunately, the original plan was that I was going to go out there and take the RV, spend a week out there and hang out. Unfortunately, the kids just started school, so Melissa and the kids couldn't load up in the RV, and I am almost completely out of PTO days. I do have a full-time job, so I am working right now. However, right after work, we're hightailing it to the airport and we are heading out. So basically the plan is, the agenda is we're heading out to the airport tonight. We'll be getting there. I think our flight leaves at like 6:50 or something. So we'll get to Atlanta, Georgia at 9:50. So I'm assuming after we get the bags and the rental car and everything, we'll be out of there at like 11-ish. And then we're driving an hour north to Gainesville, Georgia to go to our hotel. So we don't plan on getting there till super duper late or super duper early tomorrow morning. But yeah, this is going to be a start of a very, very grueling weekend. I am off on Friday, so I'll be able to do the full race on Friday, but I want to shoot a whole bunch of content out there. But yeah, it's kind of like the calm before the storm and a stressful time. Really stressful time because I'm trying to think of all the things that I could potentially be forgetting. Man, that background was weird. It's like it's flowing. I guess the neon lights. Anyways, the race we're going to, which you guys already know because we should have already released a video on it, is Wicked Weekend. So Wicked Weekend is supposed to be known as basically Psycho Nitro Blast is also a race time entertainment event as well as Wicked Weekend. So Psycho Nitro Blast is like completely psycho, like you're going 24/7. Wicked Weekend supposed to be the complete opposite of that. Not as like hardcore and grueling, and to say the least. So they split it up where you can just practice on Friday or you can just practice on Thursday, but it's a little bit more driver friendly when it comes to a schedule. This is my first time out here, so we're gonna see what it's all about. I just got done shooting some video before I left. I got done shooting Tamiya Tuesday. I don't know, you might see that Tamiya Tuesday before this video. I'm not sure yet, so I'm not gonna tell you guys what it's about. But I got all the RC storage unit stuff out here, which I'm really excited. I want to come back. Like, I'm already thinking about all the things I want to do when I get back. I want to go back in the RC storage unit. But again, all these things racing through my head. My cars, I'm trying to make sure those are ready. So the good thing about my cars is my truggy was basically the exact same truggy as, when I say exact same, like I didn't touch it since Silver State, so that one should be perfectly fine. I actually cleaned it when I got back home from Silver State, so that truggy is ready to go. A lot of people want to know if I rebuild my cars every race. I do not rebuild my cars every race, only because when I get there, my cars can be totally different. Like, why would I fill all my shock fluids up with something that I think is good, when if I get out to the track, it could be something totally different. So usually, I like to rebuild my cars whenever I get to the track, so I know exactly what it is, because I could just be dumping that fluid anyways. So typically I like to pack all my RC stuff up first, because that's what I'm worried about forgetting the most. I tried to make sure I got everything that I know I can't get when I get there. It will be hard to get, which are my cars, my remote, my charger, my batteries. You can always get tires out there, but those are the big things to me. I don't have a checklist. I kind of just do it by my head, but this time it's a little bit different because Evan's car is not here either, because Evan's car is already packed also. So Evan is actually going with me. Evan being Q-Tip, my older son. We're excited. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be the first time we get to travel to a race together. It should be a lot of fun. So right now what I'm doing is I'm basically just kind of scanning my work area, my RC race area, to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. We have 3 OGOs packed. I would go show you guys the OGOs we have packed, but it is raining out there. And I don't want to get the camera wet stuff, so. But yeah, we got 3 OGOs packed. And then we have, hold on, let me flip the camera around. Then we have 1 luggage pack that has all our clothes and stuff. God, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. It's one of those things, like, no matter what, you kind of feel like you're forgetting stuff. But luckily, I had Roger and Spencer. They're heading out there. They're actually already out there with the canopy, so my pit area is already all set up. That's going to be really cool. we'll be able to just get there and start racing. I don't really have much more to say other than make sure, if you can, fly southwest of these races, because when you're flying out to a race, you need to bring luggage, and luggage is usually about $30 per bag. So if you think about it, you need at least 4 check-in bags, at least for me, with 2 for me, 2 per person. That's already an extra $120 each way. So that's actually an extra $240 round trip of luggage. If you fly southwest, the bags fly free. It's a lot cheaper that way, so you save a little bit. So, all right, that's enough here. Hopefully everything goes fine. There's no delays. We get to our car. The rental car place closes at 11. I need to make sure I can get to the rental car soon enough before they close, because we land at 9:50. Hopefully there's no delays, nothing crazy happens, and hopefully the next time you see me, we'll be at the hotel getting ready to mail it in. So that's the life, guys. If you want to race, you got to make sacrifices. Some of these days are going to be crazy, so let's head on out. Oh, one last thing before we take off, literally and figuratively. Check out, these are the giveaway sheets for people who visit me at the race. Look, someone on the live feed mentioned an American flag MSM sticker. Now we have little mini sticker sheets that we're going to be giving away. Big shout out to Max Custom Designs for pulling this off right before I left. But yes, look at how sweet those are. Those are super freaking sweet. Alright guys, we made it to the airport. Okay, so we went through security. That one didn't go as smooth as usual. I had a crap ton of batteries this time, and they did have it took them 3 or 4 people to validate batteries were okay to go through. There is a type of battery that can't go through. It's a lithium ion, they said. So after much debate, which I already told them I've done this before, they didn't want to hear that. They did let us go through. So not as smooth as usual. Usually they just see it and go. In this case they didn't, but we're here at the airport. I'm gonna grab a bite and then head on to Atlanta. Guys, we made it. Oh my god. So it was we had our flight delayed. So basically I knew that getting to the we had to get to the airport, or we didn't want to be delayed too much because the rental car companies would be closed by the time we arrived at the airport. The rental car companies closed at midnight, and we literally got there and got our bags and got to the rental car place right before midnight, and there was this huge long line. It was a huge long line to get the rental cars and a huge long line to get out of the parking lot with the rental cars. It was a rental car nightmare. We were delayed by a long time. We are exhausted. We did make it to our location. It is 2 o'clock, 2:15, something like that. I did want to talk to you guys about how much it costs to travel like this, but I'm way too tired, guys. So I'm gonna have to wait till the morning when I'm a little bit more fresh and have some coffee and food. But we're gonna hit the sack. Evan is he's already in bed ready to go. I am super tired. We just got done with an hour and a half drive to the hotel. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Alright guys, now for the full cost breakdown. So I got a solid 6 hours sleep. That's all I need. We did go to the track this morning and put all our stuff out, get our pit area set up. Our practice doesn't start till 8 p.m. tonight, so I'm working right now. But I'm going to give you a cost breakdown on how much it costs to travel to races like this. So when I say this, there's a lot of caveats. Obviously, this depends on location. There's ways to do this a lot cheaper. A lot of these costs, you get helped out by a lot of your sponsors. However, if you were to travel to races like a pro, and when I say like a pro, it's like a business, right? It's like sending an employee somewhere. This is how much it would cost, and this is essentially how much this trip costs. So the first thing you gotta account for is a flight if you're flying, which most people fly because it's all about it's when it comes to big businesses, it's all more about time. Time is more valuable than money. So when it comes to a flight, you gotta factor about $600 for the flight. Rental car is about $450 depending on how many days. I'm here for 5 days. Most races, huge races, are going to be 4 or 5 days. Hotel is between 400 and 700. That's a really, really broad range, only because it depends on what your taste is. Like for me, especially if my family's traveling with, I'm going to stay at somewhere a little bit nicer because I don't want them staying at somewhere, you know, a little not as nice, I guess, to say the least. Food, I probably budget about $300 in food. That's $60 a day, assuming you're going to spend $10 for breakfast, $20 for lunch, and $30 for dinner. Also, race entries. Race entries about $200. Because most races are about $100 an entry, and then you're gonna run probably 2 classes, maybe 3. So I run 2, so $200. Tires is where it gets expensive. So at a race like this, you're probably gonna want a set of tires for practice, and then you're gonna want a set of tires for qualifying, and you're gonna want a set of tires for your main day. Now, with all that said, if you want different things to test out, obviously you're gonna need more than 3 sets of tires per car. But for this exercise, I budgeted 3 sets of tires per car. A lot of times you can get really close to what tire you need to run based on the people who've run the race before. So at $60, I think it was $60 a set. $60 a set for 2 classes. You'll need 6 sets. That's $360 per tires alone. And then miscellaneous costs. Nitro, you can't travel with nitro fuel, so you'll have to buy some there. Or maybe you can get someone to bring it out. I always buy some type of raffle, some merch, snacks. That would be probably like an extra $100. So, with all that said, that's pretty much the cost of these races. It's about $2,200 to $2,700 a trip. Yeah, it is not cheap to travel to these big races. Now, again, with all that said, you do not have to travel like that. That is the most extreme case of traveling, like you're truly going out there. Like I said, like a pro. And when I say like a pro, your big travel guys, like your Adam Drakes, your Ryan Lutzes, your Jared Tebows, your top guys, it's all business to them, right? They're going out here and they're here to win. That's what it costs. So that's how much these companies are paying these drivers to go out here. So again, I don't want that price to scare you, the $2,200 to $2,700 per race, because you do not have to spend that much. You can budget really well. Basically, drive to your race. It might be a little bit longer. You can carpool. Definitely split a hotel room. That's probably the easiest way to get costs down. Because especially for this trip, the most expensive cost for this trip, even with Evan coming with me, and both, like if you consider both of our plane tickets don't cost as much as the hotel stay. So that's probably the most expensive part. Obviously, you can cut that in half. Even you can cut it even more if you have 3 people staying in a room, which I used to do back in the day. Someone would sleep on the floor and 2 people would sleep on the bed. You can definitely cut costs on tires. A lot of guys already have tire deals. That's one of the first sponsorship deals you get. But you don't have to run 3 sets of tires every race. If you, I think you could very well get away with 2 sets. Basically, run a set in. When I say 2 sets, 2 sets per car. Basically, run a set for practice. That same practice set you can run for 2 qualifiers. Then break in your tires on your 3rd qualifier for your main day, and then there you go. And then some tracks aren't as abrasive at all, and you might not, like Silver State wasn't very abrasive. I think I really only ran 1 set of tires the entire time. And then a lot of these places, a lot of these companies, sorry, I'm checking my notes. A lot of these companies, they do, especially for the top guys, they do offer travel support. So obviously these pros aren't paying for that. But yes, it is very costly to go to a race like this. In this particular case for Wicked, like I personally like to travel in the RV. I like to travel like basically have a home away from home. But in this case, sorry, just got done eating a granola bar. In this case, I didn't have the PTO days. I didn't have the time, but I really want to come out to the race, get some coverage for you guys, hang out with my friends. So we did it this way. So I hope that helps. I hope that sheds some light on it. It's awesome. It's all worth it. It's all about, to me, my personal opinion is if you're making memories, the price shouldn't matter. Hanging out with Evan, he's in bed, resting up because we're gonna have a long night because our practice starts a little bit later. But if you're making memories, I think it's worth it. So I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.